Hello everyone, in this recipe we're going to secure a simple Spring Boot app with Google as the authentication provider by using Spring Security OAuth2 Login features. The OAuth2 Login with Google enables users using their existing account at Google to log into our Spring Boot application. If you still cannot imagine what is it, let's get started and we'll show it real quick. Okay, as usual, our entry point is always start of spring.io. I'm going to use Gradle, but feel free to choose anything you're familiar with. Java, Spring Boot 3.3.5. We'll name it OAuth Client Demo, Java 21. For dependency, we're going to need web and OAuth2 Login. Okay, then generate, unzip, and open it using your favorite IDE. Here, I already opened it using my favorite IntelliJ. And what we're going to see is we have Spring Boot Starter OAuth2 Client and Spring Boot Starter Web. Okay, first of all, without doing anything, let's rename our application.properties to application.yaml. Here, application.properties, application.yaml. And then let's add our log level for security. Log levels. Okay, let's run it and take a look at the log. We'll see the secure by default of Spring Security. Even though we're not doing anything, all our service endpoints are protected by Spring Security. So let's take a look at the log here. So we'll secure any request with filters. And here we're going to have like log out filters, username password authentication filters, default login page generating filters, default out page generating filters, and at the end of the security filter chains, we're going to have the authorization filters. Okay, let's check that by set our service lookout 8080, and you see it's automatically redirect us to the login page. So this login page is generating by the filtered here, default login page generating filters. Okay, it's time to use auto configuration of OAuth2 client. Let's back to our documentation and copy the configuration there. Here. So core configuration, and we're going to have this one. This is the compact configuration that we're going to use in this recipe. Copy it, and we're going to paste it here. Okay, so we need to provide client ID and client secret. I've already had a client ID and a client secret in advance. Let's use them first, and we will figure it out how to get them later. Okay, client ID, and this is the client secret. Okay, now let's restart our application. And then let's take a look at our log file. So this time, we'll secure any request with filters. Now this time, we're going to have the attendance of OAuth2 authorization request redirect filters, OAuth2 login authentication filters, and the OAuth2 authorization code grant filters. And as usual, the authorization filters come at the end of the security filter chains. Okay, now let's back to application. Now let's try to set it lookout 8080. So our application redirects us to accounts google.com domain and requires us to log in using the Google account instead of our application username and password. So by entering the right credential in Google, and by continuing, Google will share your name, email address, language reference, and profile pictures with. So this is the name of the app. But yeah, we will go into config later. Then let's say continue. We can now bypass our filters and access our application. Here we receive 404 not found because we don't have any controllers and APIs available at the root path. Let's create hello controller to make our application completed without any error. Okay, for example, I'm going to create a hello controller. And here we're going to have a hello controller is a REST controller, and we're going to have an authentication principal here, or IDC user. And for the get mapping, we're going to print the hello and the email. So hello with the full names and email. So one thing about the OIDC user here, because we know Google support OpenID Connect, and by default Spring sending scopes include OpenID. So that's why we can use OpenID user here. And let's restart our application and see the result. Okay, then let's try to access it again. Now you're going to see some hello, my name, and the email from the ID token. Okay, now I hope you get what OAuth2 Login means. Users will use their own account at Google to log into our application. And from an application point of view, we can get the user info from Google after they successfully authenticated themselves. With that user info, our application allows users to access it. Of course, we have to consider scopes, roles, and privileges. But let's keep it short this time. Okay, let's move on to the last but not least step. Generating client ID and client secret at Google. So let's follow the documentation here. Go to the Google API dashboard. So we'll go to the Google API console. Even it's named console, but it's a website here, right? So don't let Google confuse you. So if you don't have a Google Cloud account, let's create a new one. You can also refer to my first video in the Google Cloud Run series. And if you don't have the projects, like I have here, Gemini projects, right? Let's go to create a new one. For example, I'll name it OAuth client test. And I'm going to create this. Okay, let's wait for the new projects being created. Okay, then select the projects. Now we are in the OAuth2 client projects. Then let's create a new credentials. Okay, create credentials. OAuth client ID. So that's what we're going to create. So to create an OAuth client ID, you must first configure our consent screen. Okay, configure the OAuth consent screen. Okay, let's external the app name. So the app name will be shown here. Remember the consent space that Google asked you, right? So it will show the app name here. So email, my email, and authorized domains. We don't need that. Just keep it simple as possible. I'm going to copy this email and paste it here. Okay. Scope. So we have a lot of scope here. So basically, these email, profile, and open IDs, like open by default, they're still there. So let's keep it simple. As a user, okay, I'm going to test user this time. Just test user. Okay, and that's it. So once we done with the off consent screen, let's back to the credential again, and then this time going to create a credential. Application type web application. So this is actually the name application or to client Spring Boot app. Okay, so this is very important. So this is the redirect URI. You have to follow the documentation here. So the redirect URI, this one. This is where Google will redirect users from their login page to our application with the code, and we have to serve a request at this endpoint as well to get the code and exchange it to a token. Okay, but at the moment, let's follow the documentation here and copy this one here. HTTP local AT okay, login to code Google. That's it, and create. Okay, one is success. Now we have a new OAuth2 client created, and we have a client ID and a client secret. Then let's copy it and try it. Application, back to here. Let's client ID and client secret. Okay. And then let's restart our application. Okay, I'll save it again. And here you will see the user consent page. Like this is our app name, right? In the consent-based setting configuration of client Spring Boot app. And then we're going to login here at the Google domain. Okay. And then before that, let's open the network. I would like to reverse the lock. And then once I successfully log in, and by continue, Google will say your name, email, address, language reference. Continue. And then you see your sign in consent page. And Google will redirect us to the page. Localhost code. Go here, right? So this is the redirect URI with the state, the information that we just gave them, and with the code. This is the code, and our application will take the code, exchange to Google to get the token, and with the token, we're able to access our service. Alright, that's it. I hope you got something new out. Thank you so much for taking your time watching the recipes and the series. And as always, see you next time. Happy coding!